Have you ever sat down to meditate to help with your stress and anxiety, only to feel more frustrated in the end? I used to think meditation wasn't for me until I realized I might be doing it wrong. There's a growing body of research showing that certain types of meditation trigger behaviors such as depression, anxiety, and depersonalization in some people. Not because meditation is bad, because they were doing the wrong kind. And that's exactly what we're going to explore in this video today. In this video, we're going to discuss the types of meditation, what type of meditation suits you, and in the end, also discuss a specific type of meditation that's proved to help you live longer. So, what are the different types of meditation? If you search the internet, you'll get a huge list. Every type of meditation you've heard of, like yoga, mantra meditation, chanting, they all fall under one of the 6 root pathways. Let's start with movement meditation. What is movement meditation? Most people think meditation is sitting still and closing your eyes, but that's not the case. Your body can actually lead your mind to meditation. When you move with intention, stretching, flowing, and rhythmic movements, your mind starts to settle on its own. That's why yoga, tai chi doesn't feel like exercise. They feel calming and actually takes you to a certain level of meditative state. And for a lot of people, this works better than sitting still and meditating. The second way to get into meditation is through your breath. When you start controlling your breathing in a certain way, your mind naturally slows down. Thoughts become quieter, and instead of forcing meditation, you kind of easily slip into it. That's why practices like pranayama work so well for so many people. Techniques like Sudarshan Kriya, for example, use specific breathing exercises to calm your system down first. So when you finally sit down for meditation, it actually feels effortless. In fact, studies have shown that people who practice these breathing techniques regularly have better sleep quality, reduced stress and anxiety. So if you're just starting out and trying out meditation, starting with your breath might be the easiest way in. Third way into meditation is through your senses. When you become completely absorbed in something you hear, see, taste, smell, or feel, your mind naturally becomes still. Think about a kid eating his favorite candy. They're so immersed in it, nothing else exists in that moment. That's actually a form of meditation. This is the idea behind practices like mindfulness, chanting, or focused attention, using your senses to anchor you to the present. And research has even shown that mindfulness practices can reduce stress, anxiety, depression significantly. So sometimes meditation isn't about escaping your senses but fully experiencing it. The fourth way to meditation is through emotions, both positive and negative. Have you ever felt so angry or overwhelmed that at that moment everything stops? That is also a kind of meditative state. It's very close to meditation. If you do not react and sit with your emotion, your mind suddenly becomes silent. Practices like loving, kindness, or gratitude meditations actually use emotions as gateway, and neuroscience shows that it can strengthen parts of your brain that controls empathy and emotion. So even your emotions, if used right, can take you deeper. The fifth way is through awareness and understanding. When you truly start seeing the bigger picture, like how everything is energy, how vast the universe is, something shifts within you. It puts your life into perspective. Your problems seem smaller, your awareness expands. Even something as simple as looking at the night sky or learning about the universe can change the state of your mind instantly. That shift is also a type of meditation. And the last way to meditation is through sound, through mantra. A mantra is simply a sound or a word that you repeat gently, which helps your mind settle down. Instead of fighting your thoughts, the mantras give something subtle to rest on, and over time it naturally leads to silence. This is why mantra based techniques are known to be the easiest way to meditate, because they don't require effort, just consistency. You can do it anywhere, sitting, traveling, even during a busy day. It gradually brings you to a state of calm. Before we move on to discuss about what meditation actually suits you, I've actually given a link in the description for each type of meditation you can try. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please subscribe. Now let's talk about what kind of meditation might suit you. Here's a simple way to think about it. If you're restless, Start with movement meditation. If you're an overthinker, then breath or mantra meditation suits you best. If you're naturally empathetic and react to emotions very easily, then emotion based meditation. And if you're fascinated by big ideas, then awareness meditation. The most researched starting point, sensory or mindfulness meditation. Any of these meditations, especially guided ones, are best for beginners. Pick one, give it a genuine try. Most practices require more than a week to show results, so be patient. Now let's talk about the interesting bit of this video. One of these 6 pathways consistently outperform the others in long-term research, not just for stress or anxiety, but also for how long you live. An article published in Psychology Today revealed multiple long-term studies comparing different types, mindfulness, focused attention, and something called automatic self-transcending. One category kept standing out. The most well-known example of automatic self-transcending is transcendental meditation, or TM. It's a mantra-based practice where you silently repeat a specific sound, which means a great deal to you not to concentrate but to let the mind naturally settle into a quieter state. No effort, no focus, just transcendence. And across multiple long term studies, this group showed greater reduction in stress and anxiety and blood pressure than other techniques. Some studies found it twice as effective as reducing anxiety, and several long term studies found measurable effect on longevity. Having said that, different minds need different doorways. And most people who've given up at meditation haven't failed, they've just not found the right kind. And once you find yours, meditation stops feeling like struggle. It starts feeling natural. I'll see you again next week with another new video. If you haven't subscribed to this channel already, please do. It's gonna be very helpful for this channel. And please hit the bell icon.